Good morning, guys. I'm going to post a short video lesson on lesson 6 in math, dividing decimals with a whole number. So the first thing that they ask you about on your lesson is what each of these numbers, what the word is for them. So the number that you start with, 32.8, that is called your dividend. Then you're dividing your dividend by your divisor. So in this situation, it's 8. The answer to a division problem is called a quotient. This is the same exact example that they use for you on your lesson 6. And they write this for you at the top of the lesson, okay? All right, so now we're going to get into the math part. So, first thing that we have to do is see there's a decimal in this problem, right? Before you start doing any math, go ahead and bring that decimal up, right? Straight up, okay? Okay, now we have to see, can 6 go into 3? If you skip count by 6s, 6 does not go into 3, so we're going to put a 0 there. Can 6 go into 31? Maybe not evenly, but it can go into 31. If you skip count by 6s, it goes into it 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30, so right below the 31, you're going to write 30. Subtract. Got 1. Now, this is the part that some people forget. You have to bring down your 8 next. That's the next number, so you have to bring it down. Now you have to see how many times does 6 go into 18. If you skip count by 6s, 6, 12, 18, that's 3 times. Bring your 3 up. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtract. That's 0, and there are no numbers left, so we're finished. So 31.8 divided by 6 is 5.3. This is your quotient. Okay, I'm going to go on to another example. Okay, so once again, what's the first thing that I just told you to do? We need to bring our decimal straight up. Okay, how many times can 7 go into 5? Well, if you skip count by 7s, 7 can't go into 5. So we need to put a 0 here. Now, how many times can 7 go into 51? Skip count by 7s. It will be 7. It does not go into it evenly, but it does go into it. 7 times 7 is 49. Subtract. You've got 2 left over. And then this is the part that most people forget. You have to bring down your 1. How many times can 7 go into 21? If you skip count by 7s, it's 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Are there any other numbers for me to bring down? No, so we're finished. So 5.11 divided by 7 is 73 hundredths. Here is another example. All right, you probably have noticed that there aren't any decimals. But can you take 25 into 6? No. So you're going to add a decimal and add a 0. Does this change the value of it? It's still 6, right? We're going to go ahead and bring our decimal up just like before. Now we know that 25 can't go into 6, so let's put a 0 there. How many times does 25 go into 60? Skip count by 25s. 25, 50. It goes into it twice. So now we need to subtract 50. We've got 10 left over. We've got no numbers. So you add another 0 and bring it down. You can add 0 because it doesn't change the value. How many times does 25 go into 100? 4 times. 4 times 25 is 100. There are no numbers left over, so we're